BNS loaded grain train. I sat down there and waited for him for a little while where the curves were, tried to catch him coming through some of these curves, but I thought maybe he was stopped because it was taking him so long. But now I see this guy goes really slow down the hills because he is a generally 14,000 ton or so train. So he's just taking it easy. Always seems cool to drive that close to a train, but it wouldn't be very cool if something fell off of it or something was dragging. So I hope this comes out. I don't have my gimbal, I'm just holding this and not looking out, I'm just kind of pointing it at the train. Remind me to bring my gimbal with me when I go on adventures. I use it at the house a lot. And now I know I have another use for it out here in the field. And again, we are between Caliente and Ilmon, coming up to the there's helpers right there. As I said, this is a heavy train coming up to the crossing here. You can actually go straight through there and go along the intermediate signals. They're about a quarter of a mile up the track there, but it's pretty narrow. Looks like they've poured a bunch of new ballast in there. If I was in a company truck, I wouldn't mind giving it a whirl because I'd have four-wheel drive because it gets stuck in the rocks, but I'm not, so I will just sit here and wait for this guy to go by. This is a crossing is kind of in the middle of a curve. When we used to work up here a lot, it would get foggy. And when we came across this crossing, as you can see, there's very little sight distance that way. There's damn little sight distance that way. And we'd actually come down up here and roll our windows down and shut off our truck. Trains coming up the hill make plenty of noise, but trains coming down were hard to hear, especially in the fog. That fog tended to dampen noise. And while we never had any real close calls, we had a couple of them that were close enough. Made me hate coming down here in that kind of weather. Nice day today, a little cloudy. 87 degrees. And here come the rear units. Here's the dynamic brakes working. All right, BNSF headed down the hill between Caliente and Ilmon. Big, heavy grain train. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content.